Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're starting a new playlist on the channel. Up to this point, I've spent about $12,500 on solar panels and battery storage. After the federal tax credit, that brings me to about $8,750 on my system. Now, the next question is, was it really worth it? Instead of just telling you that solar saves money, I want to show you the real numbers. Each month, we want to review what we've produced in solar and compare that to what the electric company would have charged us during the same period. And how much closer are we to paying this whole system off? So let's get into it. Part 1, what did I buy? I started out with a EG4 12K PV system that consists of 6 eco-worthy server rack batteries that are 5.14 kilowatt hours each, taking my system cost up to about $12,500. Now, at the time, there was a federal incentive of a tax credit that you could claim of 30%. Since that tax credit has expired and we no longer have access to that as DIYers. That brings my total investment up to $8,750 so far. That is the number we're going to use to calculate the amount of money we need to make back off of the system. My goal is simple: generate enough power in order to pay back that $8,750. Once I reach that $8,750 mark, I'm going to consider this system being paid off. And then we're going to do some really cool things with this system. I've gotten over 1 year of real world production data that I can present to you guys now. I would also like to clarify, for the first year of this system, I did not have any major home components on the system at all. Primarily, the system was used to power tools or charge power tools around my garage or my Jeep 4xe, which has a 17 kilowatt hour battery. From the beginning of the system up until now, I've produced 5,716 kilowatt hours. That is another important number that we're going to use for the long-term calculation for the payback period. What is electricity worth in Clarksville, Tennessee? As of July 2026, that rate comes out to about 11.5 cents. That is the dollar amount that is placed on any kilowatt that is produced from any home in this local area. So approximately, up until this point, my system has generated a value of $661.87. Now, I do want to make something clear. Not every kilowatt hour produced is going to translate to a cash value. There is inefficiencies that take place between the transmission from the sun to your battery and then to your sub panel or main panel, depending on your setup, where you will lose energy just from those transmission states. Some energy is used directly by my house, some energy is used by the batteries, and some energy is transferred to the inverter just for normal usage. Now, let's take a closer look at the month of July that just passed. During this past month of July, my system produced 913 kilowatt hours. That's an average of 29.47 kilowatt hours per day. And at the current local energy rate, that's about $105.77. Of electrical value. At the same time, my house purchased about 861 kilowatt hours from our local electrical company. That's about 27.78 kilowatt hours per day that I'm still purchasing locally here. So something interesting happened in July. My system was able to produce more than I took in from the local electrical grid. My system produced 52.2 kilowatt hours more than when I purchased. That doesn't mean my house only used 861 kilowatt hours, but the solar energy that I produce can be stored in batteries and be used for later, unlike energy from the grid. Now, how does this compare to other homes in my area? Let's take a look. In July, I purchased 861 kilowatt hours. Compared to other homes in Clarksville, Tennessee, in this same area, the local average is about 1,168 kilowatt hours per home. That means my grid purchase was about 26.3% lower than every other person in the same area. If we compare that to a national average of 889 kilowatt hours per home, then it was about 4.2% lower than most homes. That is another reason I want to do this project, because I don't want to just compare my house to somebody else's house. I want to compare what happens when you combine solar and batteries into your same house and see how much money you can actually save over time. So let's go back to the payback tracker. So here's the scoreboard. This is what I want to update every month going forward. Original investment is $12,750. Federal tax credit gave me $3,750 off. My effective investment is $8,750. Solar production since April of 2025 is 5,716 kilowatt hours. Energy value generated $661.87. The initial investment recovered so far is 7.6%. The remaining is $8,088.13. And this number here is a number I'm trying to drive down to zero each month. The purpose of this series isn't to convince everyone that they need solar and battery. It's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. Electric rates are different in different parts of the country. Homes are different. Solar systems are different. Batteries are different depending on the person who buys them. And every utility, as you would run into very quickly, is very different, vastly different. Take into perspective Tennessee, compare us to California, and you will have a very, very different outcome. What I want to do is a lot simpler. I want to show you what I'm doing at my house. This is going to be a localized project simply to here. If you can extrapolate some things and take them and use them on your own property, by all means, grab it, take it, use it. Let's do it together. What I want to do is show you how much electricity I can produce, what my batteries are doing day in and day out, how much money I think I can save, and how much money I'm actually saving on paper, and how long it's going to take for me to actually recover my initial investment. No sales pitch, just the numbers. I don't have any sponsors, but they can sponsor me. Like and subscribe. So where do we stand after July 2026? As I've shown you the numbers for the system, we're going to take these numbers each month, we're going to update them and extrapolate the value that I can produce simply by having solar panels and batteries on my home. Next month, we're going to add August numbers up to the scoreboard and the payback period tracker. And let's just see how far we move the needle. We're going to do this continuously throughout every month and see how far we can go. Because the question really isn't if solar works. We know solar works. That's a no-brainer. If you've been doing this for any amount of time, then you know simply adding 30–40% of savings through solar is very easy. What we want to do is actually get down to zero. We want to zero out our energy grid usage at some point. And hey, we do want to get a full EV. I'm looking at the Tesla Model Y at some point next year, and that will probably accelerate our savings tremendously. But the question that I really want to answer is, how long will it take for me to pay off my solar and battery system? Who knows? But hopefully you guys stay along for the ride. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll definitely see you next time on the Payback Solar Project. Thank you guys.